Welcome back to another day of bitching about life with Jerry. So, I know you all have probably heard the news about Charlie. I think his last name is Kirk. Anyways, heard about the shooting. He was killed. It's sad. No security at the college he was at. My heart goes out to his family. It's a pretty sad situation. I guess you can't have freedom of speech around here anymore. The security did not do their job. They should have had better security there for him to make sure nothing was going to happen to him. Um, it was heartbreaking to see yesterday. I was in disbelief of it all. I couldn't believe what I was hearing until my hubby looked it up and told me that it was true. So my heart goes out to his family and his friends and everybody. Now, the other thing is the girl that was murdered on the train, and I think in Chicago is where it was. But a guy like that should never been let out of prison. With his record and all that, he should never been let go. Instead, he gets out and he kills an innocent girl, which is a bunch of bullshit, but what can you do? I swear it's like every day there's somebody being killed. I don't get it. But it is what it is, right? I mean, it may sound cold, but there's nothing we can do about it. We can grieve the loss of the person. I almost cried yesterday because it was heartbreaking to hear about him and then hear about her. It was pretty sad. I made a video last week, but with my new laptop, I accidentally stopped the video and it screwed everything up, so I couldn't do a download on that one. So I'm making a new one, but I have quite a bit of stuff to talk about this time. Dropped our grandson off at CRC this morning. He loves it. He's been sick, but he finally got over it. Now my hubby is sick. It's been interesting, I'll tell you. A lot of things happening lately that really fucking suck. Now, just tired of dealing with all the bullshit and hearing about all these shootings and shit like that. It's getting me too much. Now, the topic I was on last week was talking about my hubby. Now, as I'm sure y'all know, we met 12 years ago. And off a dating site, Plenty of Fish. And we hit it off. And we've been together ever since. I mean, he's an amazing man. He walked into an already made family and taking care of those kids like they were his own, which is awesome. Not very many men do that kind of shit. But he did. He's been there with me through thick and thin, at my lowest, at my highest, at his lowest, at his highest. And yeah, we bicker from time to time. We, have arguments from time to time, but he still had my back on everything. He still stood behind me on everything. It has not been easy for the last few years, but we're managing it. Everything's good. I honestly wish there were more men in this world like him where, women can have good men in their lives. Not saying that all men are shit, but there's quite a few men that are shit. But I guess that's just the way life goes. I was the lucky one. Had to go through all the frogs just to get to my prince, which wasn't fun, but it is what it is on that. He's he's great. I mean, we're raising our grandkid together. He's just, he's always been there. He's always, had my back on life in general. And last week, I was talking to him about going back and getting my GED because I never got to in school. And there's a reason why. See, apparently, kids in special ed, they have a name at the school, and it ain't a cool name. See, when I was in high school in Basin, Riverside High School in Basin, and I was actually in my senior year of school, guys, my senior year. Well, we had an IEP meeting for me because of my disability, and I was in special ed, so the principal looked at me and called me a fucking retard to my face. And I mean, yeah, I was doing okay in school. I was struggling, but I was doing good. I was excited about graduating with my class. Well, that day of the meeting, he looks at me and he calls me a fucking retard to my face, saying that that's what kids in special ed are labeled as, are fucking retards. So that day, I decided I didn't want to be in a school. Well, that's where the teachers and the principal thought of you. So I got up, I dropped my books, and I said, fuck you, fuck the school, and fuck everybody else around it. And I walked up and I walked out. I did not want to be at a school where they see special education students as fucking retards. That's wrong. It ruins your self-esteem even worse than you already had before. But that's the reason why I did not stay to graduate. I was already struggling in school as it is. And being labeled, because that's what the principal said at the time, is they had their label for the kids in special ed were fucking retards. And I wasn't going to be one of those kids that were labeled because it ruins your self-esteem. Now, there's a lot of children in this world that have disabilities. And for a teacher in high school, any teacher, middle school, elementary school, high school, doesn't matter. For them to label your child as a fucking retard is not cool. At all. I don't even see how he actually still has his job. I mean, but he had his job after I walked out. I'm hoping they replaced him with somebody nicer, but this principal was a prick. He was a piece of shit. I couldn't stand him. And those words, you're a fucking retard, have stuck with me for my whole life, since high school. They have. And I have always wanted to get my diploma. I always have. But when a principal labels you as that, it makes things difficult for you for your life, in your life, because you don't think you're better than being one. Even though you're not one, but in your mind, it makes you feel like you are one. And ever since then, I've always felt like I was a fucking retard because of what he said to me. It ain't right. It's fucked up. Because these kids that are in special ed, they don't need that kind of treatment. They don't need their principal saying that shit or any teachers to say that shit to you. They need to be positive for you so you can be positive about yourself. And I have not been positive about myself since that day I heard that from my principal. So yes, I walked out. I dropped out. I want to graduate. I want that diploma. I want to feel good about myself, about graduating, but it wasn't in the cards for a while. But I have decided, and I know it's going to be hard. It's going to be a long, hard road for me. Very hard, long road for me. because I struggled in everything. So now I want to go back, and I actually want to start trying to get my GED. I mean, yes, I know I'm 40, but it doesn't matter. It's never too late to get a GED. It's never too late to get that diploma. I mean, it'll probably take me a while to get it, but that's okay. Because now I've come to terms that I'm not what they said I was. I'm not at all what they said I was. But it's taken me years to know that I'm not. And my hubby has explained that to me, that I'm not. And because the way he makes me feel is, I decided that I was actually going to try. So we went to Cody the other day, got me a calculator so I can start working on my GED in the next few weeks or few months, because I really want that diploma. I mean, it means a lot to me to want to get it, because that was stolen from me because of a principal in being a dickhead. So I'm going to do whatever I can to go get it. You know, and I stand up for all these parents who have had problems with the school system with their children. And honestly, I hope that these children do not experience the same thing I have experienced, especially in high school. It's not cool what a principal what a principal would say. It's not cool what a teacher would say or anything. And I had some pretty good teachers. I really did. There was a few good teachers I had at Riverside. One in particular, honestly, I can't even remember her name because it's been so long ago. But she was the one teacher who had my back, and there was a lot of days I cried in her class because she made me feel like a person. She made me feel like I was human and that I could do something. But it takes one time and one person to say one bad thing to you, about you, that's going to wreck everything. I mean, she worked with me on my math. She worked with me on a lot of shit that she didn't need to work with me on, and she didn't have to. But she did it because she actually liked me, and she knew I had potential. But apparently the principal didn't see it as me having potential. They just seen me as a fucking retard and want to leave it as that. And to all these kids that are struggling with this, you want to turn the light on? It just went dark, like dark there. But I just want to give a shout out to all these kids out there that could be struggling the same way I was struggling. Don't give up on yourself. If your teachers say anything bad about you, you need to stand up for yourself and tell them that that's not true, that's not who you are. Just because you have a disability or a learning problem and you're in special ed does not mean and does not give a teacher or a principal the right to belittle you and make you hate and feel bad for yourself. Don't let it, because you're more than what they say you are. You're better than what they say that you are. It'll take some time, but you'll get through it. And all the parents out there, stand by your children. I didn't have that. I did not have that at all. My parent never stood by my side. In fact, she never said anything to them about it. In fact, after he called me a fucking retard, she didn't fight it. She didn't say that's not true. She's not. You can't see that about her. She didn't stand up for me at all. And I think that's fucked up, because I wanted somebody to stand up for me. But apparently I had to stand up for myself. Because she could have easily stood up and said, this is not how it is. She is not a fucking retard. She is a very special person. But she didn't do that. And all you parents out there that are, that will be watching this video, Just know, even kids that are watching this video, just know that you're not stupid. You are delayed a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. You keep your fight up and you will be able to graduate. Do not let your teacher or your principal or anybody else in your life discourage you from finishing high school at all. And I honestly hope you have good parents that are willing to fight for you and confront the teachers or your principal about, or anybody about what they've said about you. Because life is cruel enough as it is. You know, when you go to school, you're supposed to be protected by the school system. But not everybody is. Not all students are. So all you students and parents out there, you need to have your children's backs when they come home and tell you what either the principal or a school, the teachers say, or another student has said about them. You really do. Because school's hard enough as it is for children. They don't need to deal with shit like this. They don't. I mean, school sucks as it is. And for you to be labeled by your principal or by a teacher or by the school system, no, it's not right. So if any children hear from a teacher, a classmate, a principal saying that you're worthless, you need to stand up and tell your parents, and I'm sure they'll fight for you. Unlike mine, she didn't fight for me. And, you know, and the saddest thing is I think about it every day, every single day. After I dropped out of school, I have thought about it every single day, why she didn't fight for me, why she didn't have my back, why she didn't tell the principal not to say something about that, about that to me. Why? And I think about that every day. I go to bed every night and I think about why she didn't fight for me. Is it because she did think I was a retard and that stupid that I couldn't finish? Why? So parents, please, school's hard enough as it is for students. Life is hard enough for students. It's time that you all take a stand and make sure your child is protected by you from the school when shit like this is being said, because it doesn't need to be said. Teachers or principals should never ever say anything like that to you. I learned the hard way, and it has fucked with me for many years. I honestly thought I was a fucking retard for many years. I thought I was worthless. I thought I was no good. I thought I was worth nothing because nobody fought for me. And because I was 18, 19, no, I was 18 when I dropped out. Yeah, because of that. I was 18 when I dropped out of high school. And it sucked. And I don't want any of you guys going through that stuff. It doesn't matter from kindergarten, middle school to high school. It's all the same. One principal, one teacher in elementary school, middle school, even high school can make a difference in your life. So what you need to do is you need to stand up for yourself, and hopefully your parents will stand up for you too and make a stand against this shit. Because you don't want to hear that kind of shit. You don't. It's not right for a principal or a teacher to say that kind of shit to you. So stand up, Tell your parents. Tell your parents to stand up for you. And maybe they will. And I'm hoping they will. Because every child matters. Every kid matters when it comes to graduating high school. Now, college, that's a whole different subject. Don't expect you to go to college. But finishing high school is a good thing for you. It really is. And me, I I think about it every day that I want to finish my GED. I want to do this, I want to do that. You just got to think about it and actually do it. Because everybody matters. All students matter. Even if they're mean students, hateful students, bullying students, they all matter. I mean, I dealt with it. My kids dealt with it. Yeah. Sadly to say, it's not easy. Especially when a middle school hates your parent because of what they've said, which is really fucked up shit. But it is what it is, you just gotta fight for your kids. Let them know, show them that you love them, and be there for them. Now, I've heard some. Oh yes, this is my doggy. Yes, he's trying to give me to love on him. His name is Toby, and he's my big black German Shepherd. He's a good doggy. I love you too. But yes, life is tough as it is. Make things better for yourself. I mean, how that girl did before she was killed. I mean, she escaped from another country. She came here, and well, unfortunately, that didn't last too long for her. Now, on the other hand, my hubby, he's amazing. I just love him to death. He's great. He's always there for me. And I couldn't ask for better. I'm happy being with him. He makes me a better person. We complete each other. And for drivers out there, holy shit, you guys are idiots. Now, see, I hate people. I do. I'll socialize, but I hate people because they're so rude. I am not a people person. Now, my counselor told me yesterday, well, you should, have like a play date. No. I can't. There's a reason why I'm not a teacher. I can't stand to be around other people's kids. I don't, in public, I don't mind. But at my house, when they're that little, I don't want, no. I told her that when he gets to middle school, yeah, but at elementary, no. It's just, I'm just not built for that kind of thing. I don't really care much for it. But it is what it is. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And please view all my videos. Tell me what you think. You all have a great and wonderful day. And thank you for joining me on Bitching About Life with Jerry. Y'all have a great day. Bye.